Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on here today to encourage everyone to speak inspiring words. We have gone through almost 20 days of this year, 2026, and there are a, a lot of platforms and many different forms of communication, and most of the time, there are not inspiring words that are spoken or even communicated to each other. And I want to encourage you very strongly to speak inspiring words. Now, I'll tell you about a story where I was inspired many, many years ago. Actually, in 1983. So that would be about 43 years ago. I was inspired and it's lived in my heart for all these years. I was at a service, a church service in 1983, at the very end of the year going into 1984. And we were, you know, getting towards the end of the year, to midnight. And there are a lot of people that were getting up to speak, and they would talk about what they planned to do, how they planned to change their lives for 1984. They planned to, change this thing about their lives or that about their lives, and what they were going to do to improve themselves in 1984. And it was, that the end of the year sort of a atmosphere in church, and everyone was excited for 1984. And a young man got up to speak, and when he spoke, he said he had a new motto for 1984. And his motto was, Lord, I gave to thee in 1983, and I will give you more in 1984. And that resonated with me. I was about 15 years old, and it stuck in my heart, into the core of my soul. And I thought to myself, in 1984, I'm going to give more to the Lord, just like this young man said. And so it stuck with me from that day on and all the way up to today. We live in a world where we are in the information. We're in the middle of the information age. Everywhere you turn, there is a lot of information. Almost too much information to digest. I have observed and looked at a lot of the information that's out there, and there is not a lot of inspiring information out there. When a lot of times, in the social media world, people are looking for clicks, and inspiring words a lot of times are not clickable, I would say. And so, you don't really hear a lot of inspiring information or communication and social media platforms. But I want to encourage you every day to speak inspiring words. Um, I sat and was able to absorb an inspiring motto or phrase 43 years ago, which still lives in my heart and my soul to this day. In 1983, I was just a young man, and I could have had my mind on anything except for something positive. We didn't have social media back in those days. And so life was our show social media. Going out and into the world and experiencing a tactile life is what was our social media. And so those words inspired me so many years ago. And I would encourage you to always find words in your heart to inspire someone else. Several years ago, there was a young man that I worked with, and he came to me, and he was having trouble with a different young man. I was not aware of what was going on, but he wanted to confide in me and let me know that he was having some major trouble with this young man, and he didn't know what to do about it. He really wanted to just go ahead and, scrap and get it over with, throw hands, as they say. And so he came to me to talk to me about it. He said, "Hey, Mr. Enoch, I want to talk to you, man. You got your head on your shoulders. I don't know if I really want to take this route in order to solve a problem." And so he came to me and he told me the whole situation that was going on. And I said to him, taking the violent route does not prove that you are a man. Not taking the violent route is what proves that you are a man. And what proves that you're a king is when you're able to go to that person and say, "Hey, we've got beef. You have a problem with me. I have a problem with you. But let's just go ahead and squash this thing. And we will move on and be men about it." At that point, you become a king. And I told him, and he was very appreciative for my information. And I inspired him to do the right thing. And my inspiring words to him was to claim him as a king and let him know that he is a king. If he was not a king, he wouldn't have come to talk to me in the first place. He would have just went and threw hands, scrapped it out, and we don't know what the results would have been. Could have been a really bad result. But he was able to come to me and want to communicate with me and see what my advice would be. And so I inspired him to turn away from the violent behavior that is normally becoming of young men, his age group, when they're going through a problem with another young man. And so I spoke an inspiring words to that young man, letting him realize that he is a king and he is created by the King of Kings. So he is the son of the King of Kings, and that makes him a king. And he was very excited, told me thank you many times as he decided to change his behavior. And I just wanted to encourage you this year, 2026, that your purpose on earth, one of your purposes on earth, is to inspire other people. So speak inspiring words to you, to those around you, as much as you can. It will uplift the lives of other people, and it will uplift your life also. Even if you're in a situation that seems to be a negative situation, or someone comes to you with a negative experience, realize that to every negative, there is a positive. And find a positive and enhance that in your life and in the people around you. I hope that this is encouraging to you, and I hope that you will take these words and that you will be inspired by these words. Because when you are inspired by me or someone else, you are in spirit with that person. So inspire people, become in spirit with them, and let's enjoy 2026 together. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. And I hope that you will interact with the video and let me know of a day when you were able to inspire someone. Thank you.